fancy whites. Looking for fancy.
Woo! You know what's crazy? No way, that's insane. Guys, I gotta show you this. So I just tossed that, right? Look at this. Look how it landed. Yo, it landed in the JB Cup, standing up like that. That's insane. That's crazy. That's crazy that I just got it like that. That's insane. That's wild. Oh, Pistons. The record might be better for you guys, but just some things just don't change. Choked a game away that they should have had. Came in playing down to the competition. Trick shot content? No way. No, I'm not doing trick shot content. Whew. I'm sweating after chugging that. I was so close to finishing it the first time, too. On that first sip that I took, oh, I was so close to finishing it. I can do it, but I got a stream to do, so like I did it in 2 segments there. But guys, what a game, right? What a freaking game that was. That was incredible. Cade got fouled on the 3. The lady went like this on the floor. I said to myself, that's not on the floor. I said that's a shot. I figured it was on the shot. That was the right call. The right call was for it to be on the shot. Why is my camera so blurry right now? It's not focusing. Why is it not? Why is it so blurry? Alright, let me see how it's looking now. Let me try knocking. No, it's still blurry. What the hell? Why is it blurry? It's not blurry here, at least. It's just blurry here. That's kind of weird. That's really weird. Anyways, we'll move on from that. So, we were not eliminated from the NBA Cup tonight. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till Bree comes on here. Because I know before I came on stream, Bree sent me a message asking what does this mean for our chances for the NBA Cup, like the elimination rounds. I'm going to wait for her to get in here to explain, like, what the win tonight means for the Celtics in terms of the NBA Cup. I'm going to wait for her to get on here. I know she's at work right now. Oh, shit. I'm going to message her right now. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up on here so I can show you guys exactly the scenario. Oh, we got a donation off rip. Justin with $5. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate the $5, my friend. All love. You know the vibes.
Deja vu from last season when we ended a winning streak tonight honestly felt like a playoff game. Happy Thanksgiving, Beantown fam, bring on Minnesota.
Yeah, good point. I didn't even think about that when we ended the Cavalier streak from last year. It did feel the same, to be honest with you. NBA Cup 2, like it was same vibe. You're right on par with that, man. Appreciate the $5, my friend. All love, you know the vibes. Can I get a W, Justin, in the chat real quick for the $5 donation? Spam up the W's for the $5 there. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for Bree to get on here so I can explain NBA Cup and the scenarios there. because the odds for us to get in now are... There's a chance, but it's very slim. I don't think they're going to get in there, to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to get in there. And, oh, wow. It's going to make me legit look up NBA Cup standings. And I did get some, finally, I got some good mock trades sent to me also. So we're going to go over that too. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who, never mind. Oh, wait. Is this... Oh, that's for... Nope. So it's how many again? 1, 2, 3. It's one wild card, right? Is that correct? It's one? Alright, so yeah. To be... Okay, never mind. Here's this... Okay, so... Here's the easiest... Okay, guys, I figured out the scenario for the Celtics. Guys, you want to know what the scenario is for the Boston Celtics with the NBA Cup? Actually, you know what? I'll DM Bree right now. The scenario for the Boston Celtics is they're eliminated. You know, it's all good, though. For me, it's all good. If winning this game here meant us being eliminated, whatever, then so be it. Screw it. So, tonight, going into the night, Boston could be eliminated with a loss or wins by New York and Miami. And I guess they both won. Oh, this is the fourth. This game is in the fourth quarter. Check. Oh, I'm stupid. I looked up just... Okay, yeah. Miami won today. And I'm assuming Knicks won today. Yeah, they both won today. So, yeah, they got eliminated. Yeah, Celtics got eliminated. Not a foul? That's, yeah, no, never mind. Good defense. Bro, this guy is about to shoot his 15th free... Dude. 15 free throws? I can't stand this guy. I can't. Wow, guys, I turned around to go watch the Oklahoma City Thunder game. Look what I'm seeing! Am I shocked? Am I shocked to see what I'm seeing right now? No, not really. Mr. Free Throw Merchant, what else is new? Holy crap. Again, I'm fine. I'm good. Again, big win tonight for the Celtics. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to sit here and complain. Yeah, Celtics, though, because of their wins, because of Miami's win and New York's win, because of those two wins there, they've been eliminated tonight. And all good, honestly. I could care less. I'm fine with that. I do not need them in the cup bullshit. I'm good. Honestly, for me right now, I don't really want them to. I'm all set. I just don't need it. That's the refs. It's not the league. It's the refs. What do you want? I mean, yeah, I'm good with being eliminated from cups. Yeah, I mean, we can focus on the regular season. And tonight's wins just it means way more than What? What? Bro, they only have one loss. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What else is new? Melvin, what's going on? How we doing, dude? Bro, why? Why? I'm not watching basketball here. I'm watching literally someone just going to the line every fucking time, dude. Like, this is nonsense. Like, dude, that's a foul against Shea. Revealed Friday, like this Friday? Alright, cool. I mean, this doesn't matter. What it just put him to? 4-point game. It's still 2 possessions. I don't want to hear shit. It was a crazy win for the Celtics. It really was a crazy win for the Celtics. It's the best win of the year. For certain, it's their best win of the year. Yeah, it was. But I mean, when you're facing the number 1 team in the East right now, honestly, I would have took them. I would have just took a close game from them. Like, I didn't need to see the win. I just needed to see them stay in it for the until the entire game. That's all I really needed to see. And they got a win, and that's saying something. And they were healthy. They weren't missing anybody. Yeah, they would have ripped their pants off and everything else like that. Honestly, I honestly thought we were gonna lose. No Kada, I thought this was a loss bound to happen. Seriously, I thought this was a loss bound to happen. So yeah, here's the screen that I was talking about for the scenarios for the NBA Cup. Where I just had. Where's I have? Oh, I have it on here. That's why. There we go. Doing great, John. We're doing great. So, these were the scenarios going into today. I wish they explained why Boston would be eliminated with a New York and Miami win. I wish they explained it, but like, here's the scenario. Well, this is past tense. Boston was eliminated after a loss. They have it crossed up because they didn't lose. They won. Or wins by New York and Miami. So both New York and Miami won today. So Boston was eliminated from the Cup. Which, honestly, cool. I am okay with that. So now I found out also that there's one wild card, and that kind of explains it. I don't understand, though. Here's my thing. I don't understand why. Like, could the Celtics realistically catch up to Detroit? Well, Miami or... Oh, they can't. They wouldn't have been able to catch up with Miami. I mean, that makes sense. Miami's now 3-1 in this tournament. But New York, though, they're... Oh, okay. New York needs to lose by legit, like, 40-something points. Got it. Yeah, the math just doesn't math there. Oh, really? Huh, interesting. Got it. You know what, though? This whole thing is just stupid. Again, I cannot wait till the next CBA and they get rid of this. Surprised it lasted this long, honestly. I said give it 2 years and then, like, they'll be done. But, honestly, it's been longer than that. Been way longer than that, so. The fact that they've lasted this long, shout out to them. Shout out to them for making this last this long. But you know what's bad, though? When they still have to explain how it works to people 3 years later. Nah. It'll forever be DeBrusque. That. Oh yeah, Bruins did win tonight, though, too. Clean sweep in Boston tonight. Clean sweep. Love to see it. Love to see a clean sweep tonight. Oh yeah, let's go over. Oh, here's the ESPN right here. Chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it was only the championship game will be held in Vegas? Really? Interesting. Huh. Why? Here's my thing. Why can't they switch it up? What they really need to do is they need to bring it to Seattle. I might have to go get some Tylenol. I'm in some pain right now. I don't know what it is. I have a headache, that's for sure. But we'll go over the Celtic stats real quick for you guys. And we'll talk a little bit Bruins unless Bree comes on here. So we can watch a recap. Celtics tonight won this game 117-114. Oh my goodness. For the most part, pretty solid game. I mean, I kind of knew that they were going to get out-rebound in this game. Again, no Keita in this one. So you lost literally all your big man presence. So you were relying on Luka Garbage Garza to be your starting center tonight. And that just was not going to be a recipe for success. So the way you were going to have to beat this team is getting stops and playing some, shouldn't say flawless offense, but like you had to do some playmaking. And tonight they had 24 assists to their 13 turnovers. Would have liked the turnover number to have been a little bit more down, but I'm okay. Because they had 20 plus assists. And they were close to that 2-to-1 ratio. So I'll live with it for now. Shot really well from the three. They shot 47% from three, shot 44% from the field in total. Tons of free throws in this game. A lot of free throws. A combined of 60 free throws shot tonight by both teams. 60 free throws from both teams tonight. They shot more free throws with 36 free throws to your 24. Interior defense for the Celtics was a lot better tonight. The defense in general for the Celtics tonight was a lot better. They're utilizing the mid-range, the inside scoring, the three. I mean, they shot 43 threes tonight. But again, 47% from the three. I'm fine with you. I'm fine with you going for this many threes if you're shooting this good. I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. 9 steals to their 5 steals. 27 fouls for the Celtics. I mean, fouls got to get cut down a little bit. I know the refs have not been on our side really this year, but point of the matter is don't give them a reason to blow the whistle. That's how you got to go out there and try and play some defense. Largest lead was 10 for the Detroit Pistons, 7 for the Celtics. And let's go to the box score. Let's go to the individual stats for this one here. Oh, come on, microphone. Oh, that's why. Stuck on. What the hell? Why is this? Oh, there we go. That's better. talk like this. There we go. Is this good, guys? Yeah, this should be good for you guys. Yeah, cool. So, tonight for the Celtics. Garbage Garza only played 11 minutes. Started this game and he only played 11 minutes. Only had 1 rebound. Let me tell you something right now. When he was in the game, he lived up to my nickname of Garbage Garza. Only 1 rebound. And when he was out there, he was atrocious. Listen, I made some takes saying Keita should go to the bench and this guy should start. Holy shit, that was probably one of the worst takes I've ever had in my entire life. My goodness. Boy, this guy right here, he gives up a lot of rebounds. He don't play really as much defense. Like I said, they need a center bad. They need a center bad. Like, they can't keep going with Luka Garza here. They just can't. I know my friend Steph, she hates that I call him Garbage Garza, but he literally is. He is. Started the game and he was so bad that they couldn't even put him back in the game. He's got to go. He's got to go. I'm sorry. He's got to go. I'd rather have James Wiseman on this team right now. No joke. I'd rather have James Wiseman on this team for vet minimum. And then, I don't know if you're going to be able to add Luka Garza in on a trade to save you some money. But, like, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. They got to do something fast for the center position. They can't keep rolling out with Luka Garza on here. Derek White. It's about damn time. It's about damn time. We've been waiting for a classic Derek Does It All White game. Been waiting on it, and it finally showed up tonight. Showed up as the second option that we predicted him to be going into the season. 27 points on 7 for 13 from shooting. Beautiful. Beautiful. Every shot that he took was not forced. Every shot he took was with confidence. They were clean looks. He knocked them down. And had a very efficient game tonight. He had 7 rebounds as well. 3 assists. 1 block, 3 steals. Hopefully this is the trend in the right direction for Derek Does It All White. Franchise record. 57 straight games with a 3. I mean, I don't really care about that. That nowadays in the NBA don't really mean anything because everybody's kind of shooting 3s at the end of the day. What's up, man? How we doing tonight? How are we hanging in there? I want to see. Does this stats include tonight's game on here? Because I want to see if it does or not. You went to the game? Hell yeah. That's amazing to hear. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad they got a win like that. I'm glad it was a good game. It was a very solid game. statement. It's a statement win for them. Oh, yeah, it does. They are putting these stats in effect. Okay, so now for the season, Derek White is shooting 35% from the field, 30 from 3. Again, if we can keep going up with the number, looking very good, obviously. Get me to 38. 38% from 3. Get me to 42% from the field. And then we're all right for now. If we can get up to here, that'd be even better. So, great game for White. He needed a game like that. I mean, we've been craving for a game like that from him for a while now. And that's kind of game we've been waiting on for him because, like, this year he's our number 2 option, and he kind of hasn't really shown up like a number 2 option yet as of this season. So, hopefully this is just a trend in the right direction for him. Oh, what the hell? My camera went off? Why did my camera go off? Is it dead? Oh my god, the camera's dead. I did not know it was running low on battery. Yeah, I'm glad you're back on here, dude. I'm glad you're back on here. I'm going to leave camera off for a little bit. I'm going to let my phone charge while before I get the camera back and going. No, I hit the wrong button there. That's not what I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit this one. There we go. Jaylen Brown, another... Shouldn't say this was a good game. I shouldn't say it was a bad game, but it wasn't one of his stellar games, if you guys get what I'm saying. It wasn't one of his, like, oh, he took over games. Like Sunday. Like, Sunday against Orlando was a takeover, really, game for him. He had 33 points, went 12 for 32 from the field. That's like what? I think I saw it was like 38%, something like that. Somewhere around there, it was like 38%. 27. 2 for 7 from 3. 7 for 8 from the line. He had 10 rebounds. 5 assists, but 5 turnovers. Not really the greatest, if you were to ask me. Got to try and cut the turnover numbers down. Just a little bit, just a tad. He had, however, 2 steals and 2 blocks in this game. While he didn't shoot the ball great tonight, he still found ways to score, and he still did everything else phenomenal as well. So, another classic JB game. Another classic JB game where he's showing that he is I should say, is it fair to say that he's a superstar? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. His team's now 10-8. 8th in the Eastern Conference. They're a game... Actually, no. They're a half a game off. Half a game? What do the standings look like? Now we got to check the standings. Now we're going to check the regular season standings in general. Yeah, they are a half a game out of a playoff spot right now. They're half a game out of a playoff spot for the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. no Jason Tatum, no legit center. Like, by legit center, I mean like a top, like a really good center. Not all-star level, but like definitely not a scrub or whatever. No more Drew, no Cape. Like this team lost a lot. And they're flirting with a playoff spot. They're flirting with a playoff spot right now in this conference. Guys, they're a game behind the New York Knicks. Think about that for 1 second. Think about that for a tiny second. This team is 1 game behind the New York Knicks in the standings. 1. They're 1 game behind the 4th seed. Actually, it's realistically 2 because the Knicks hold the tiebreaker. But you get what I'm saying. You have the tiebreaker on the Cavaliers. You have, if you, I don't know what the tiebreaker is right now before playing Atlanta. But right now you are a game behind the 5th seed. Like, legitimately a game behind the 5th seed. You are half a game out of the 6th seed. But apparently, Jaylen Brown can't lead a team. He's a choker. Ba-ba-ba. You know what I mean? Season's been impressive for the Celtics so far. People had the Celtics down here. They had them down here. Not me. I had them somewhere around here. And that's where they are right now. Philly fell back down to earth. Chicago fell back down to earth. Milwaukee, I knew Milwaukee was not as good as the Celtics. I felt it. I felt it in my bones. They legit have Giannis. And that's really it. If I had to make a prediction, and this might be a hot take already, I think Giannis is out of there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Miles Turner, that's right. But Miles Turner, and he isn't even having a good year. Giannis, and that's it. I knew they weren't going to be. I knew they were going to be overrated this year. I knew it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about them against Minnesota. I don't know how I feel about their chances with that one. That one might be an L. But so far, so good. Just loving this. I'm loving all of this. This is a shot at the tankers. This is the shot at the people who aren't going to watch as much because we don't have Tatum or we don't have as good of a team as years in the past. This is to the people who won't go to games because, we think this is a bridge year or whatever. Like, am I going to sit here and say that they're a championship contending team? No, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're a championship contending team. But they can for sure get into the playoffs. And if you are going to be possibly in the playoffs, there is a possibility that the Beast could be coming back by then. And if you have the beast along with Jaylen Brown, anything is possible. So I'm loving this right now. Especially to those who are saying, like, this is going to be a washed year for them. Keep doing their thing. Pritchard, 16 points, 5-10 from the field, 4-7 from 3. A nice, efficient shooting night for Pritchard. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Jordan Walsh had a nice defensive game, 2 steals. Really was great when he got matched up against Cade or whomever. Loving what I've been seeing from Walshy. I know he's not really scoring the ball, but, like, that's fine. Especially where, like, he's going to come off the bench when Tatum comes back. Like, a defensive spark like that and being able to knock your shots down when you get the chance. I love it. I love this. Like, this stat line for Jordan Walsh right here, right? If this is the stat line he's going to get coming off the bench, I will live with this every single night. 7 points, 3 for 6 shooting, 1 for 2 from 3. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. I'll live with it. Hauser, 17 minutes, only had 5 points, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3. And had 1 rebound and 1 assist. Why not? My not. The day after his birthday. Had 19 minutes in this game, so less than the 23 minutes, like less than 20 minutes. What I say for my not? Around 23, 20, well, like around there for minutes. That's what he needs. 9 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3. 1 for 1 from the line, so he had an and 1 in this game. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Dude's really good. Dude is phenomenal. Amari Williams got called up in place of Neemias Queta. He played more minutes than Luka Garza did. He had 15 minutes in this game. He only had 1 point. He had 3 rebounds, but he did have 2 nice blocks in this game. Showed a little bit of defense there, and like, while he's a little bit of a ways away from being an impact in the NBA, I liked some of the things that I saw on defense tonight from him. Anthony Simons only played 12 minutes in this game, and like honestly, I can see why. 1 for 7 from the field. He only hit 1 3. He had 4 assists, however, and he had a block in this game. Shocking that he actually did something decent on the defensive end, but didn't really have that much of an impact in this one. But I mean, I guess he did because like they only won by 3, so like any points really matter for them. Baylor, I did not know her tonight. I really didn't know her tonight. 13 points and shot the ball phenomenal tonight? Who is this guy? Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? Baylor, I really didn't know her tonight. He played better than Hauser did. Like, okay, I'm not going to say I expect this out of Baylor Scheierman every night, but this right here is why I said at the beginning of the year Baylor can do what Hauser does at a cheaper cost. So maybe you could save yourself the $10 million from Hauser. This is why. Now, if he was to do this on a consistent level, I should say this, but like, you could almost say average 10 points a game and shoot the ball efficiently. Like, if he could do that at the bare minimum and maybe get himself some defense, Hauser would become a little bit more expendable. But Baylor's been inconsistent this year, so you really can't do that. 13 points, 5 for 7 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 3 rebounds, an assist. Baylor, I really didn't know her tonight. And that's basically all I got to say on this. Final score again, 117-114. Celtics got the win. They improved to 10-8. 10, almost to the 6th seed. Almost to the 5th seed. You know what's bullshit too. You know what is bullshit too. I'm looking at my YouTube page right here, and speaking of which, I don't know why. Like, why is this video popping up, and why is this even? Yeah, I'm not even going to watch this video. Listen, Felger and Maz, let me just say right now, sometimes you guys are just absolutely plain old stupid. Like, what? I legit just saw a video on here, on YouTube, and it was saying, is it only a matter of time if Jaylen Brown's gone? Like, what? Why is this even being a discussion with them right now? I don't even get that. They are really stupid. No wonder why I stopped listening to them for a reason. Like, I'm glad I'm not working on this show, because if I was working on this show, I'd be saying to them, why are we even having this conversation right now? Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, I get you guys are trying to get your clicks or whatever, but like, this doesn't make any sense. He hasn't. If you've really been watching JB, he hasn't made a single comment about him leaving Boston. The only time when he did, it shouldn't say hint, but like he did mention something along the lines was when he was asked if he ever thought about playing for his hometown in Atlanta. I'm assuming what Felger Maz talked about was the stream when JB was on Twitch. And he was talking about how T-Mac talked him out of leaving Boston. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. But, like, that's not him saying he wanted to leave Boston. Sometimes they just don't. Sometimes they just like to yap. We have a back-to-back? Oh, God. Okay. I might only do one stream for that for the back-to-back game. I don't know if I can do two. Oh wow, it's even right here for you guys to see. You know what I'm gonna do for laughs? While I'm waiting for my phone to charge up. Let's see how stupid they are. I want to hear what they have to say. I want to hear how stupid they are. Is it only a matter of time before Jaylen Brown is gone? Like, how stupid can we be?
Sean, how come the Celtics haven't been better this year?
Oh, it's the easy answer. It's the coach. The coach. I've been on this from the beginning. I don't think he's a good basketball coach. It's that simple. I think they're making it harder than it has to be. He's running. I don't know if you want to call it complicated things, whatever. Trying to get to 2-versus-1. They don't have the roster to run that stuff. They're still living behind the 3-point line. Jaylen Brown's been a good player for them. He's kind of, I would say, abandoned the three. He's taking less of them. He's getting in the mid-range. He's getting to the foul line, but then he's the only one doing it. I don't know why anybody else is looking at him and saying, hey, why don't we all do the same
Right.
thing? And you look at the standings. You see a change in the NBA. The Detroit Pistons, the Toronto Raptors, Houston Rockets. They're the bottom three of shooting threes in the NBA. They take the fewest. Look where they're at in the standings. Detroit Pistons have won 13 games in a row, and they don't shoot threes. The Toronto Raptors have won like 8 in a row. They don't shoot threes. You don't have a roster, and yet you're shooting threes when everybody else is changing. And you're going – there was a point the other day, Hauser was playing center. Sam Hauser was playing center.
That's stupid.
And you're
Like,
like,
come
man,
on.
I don't know why these Orlando guys are just killing us. I can tell you why you had Sam Hauser playing center. But the simple
I didn't even
answer
realize
is
that,
their
honestly.
Head coach I don't think he's a good head coach. And I think he is absolutely holding his team back and will keep them from being a good team for years to come.
What should they be? Without Jason Tatum in their current roster, they're 9-8. Should they be? Help me with the math. 12-5. You know, should they?
Oh yeah.
What should they?
You shouldn't lose to Utah. Utah's openly trying to get AJ. They openly trying to lose. You should not lose to the Brooklyn Nets. They have about 3 or 4 games they should not have lost. And the difference between where they're at now, like a 10 seed, and being in third place is 3 games. That's the difference. If you can hang in that
The home opener, Utah and Brooklyn. Those are the 3.
top 4 or 5 until you get Tatum back, you're rolling, but you can't lose to Utah. And
Realistically, there's
It
2
just-
games against
it
Philly.
can't happen. And his reluctance to change is what's going to cost this team.
And he's not exactly. I thought, Cerrone, that if Missoula could do anything, and because I agree with you, and I've been, just barking it for 2 or 3 years about his approach, and I think he's limited in game, and I think, again, the whole franchise has turned themselves over to the analysts, and I think those guys have it wrong, and it cost you a chance at a championship. I've said it over and over and over and over again. But
Black Friday football on Prime is back. The Bears, the Eagles. This Friday is Black Friday football. Kickoff at 3 p.m. Eastern. Pre-game at 1:30 p.m. Only on Prime.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if
I thought, Cerrone, that if Missoula had any sort of strength, it was, and it is a strength. I don't mean to belittle it. It's true. I think guys like him. I think his players like him. I think his players play for him. I think they have a good culture there. I think for the most part, they're hardworking, dedicated guys. Hard to do in pro sports, hard to do in the NBA. And I think Missoula's a part of that. And I thought, if anything, that you'd get into this year without Tatum and they losing those pieces off the roster, that they'd be the team that's diving on the floor and winning on the margins and out hustling teams and would show up more nights than the other team. And
I got a feeling that's why views are down on my channel too with them. Like, no Tatum and the record, like, don't reflect NBA like a threat, I guess. Excuse me. Maybe that's why views are down. That Orlando video did horrendous. Like, that video did not do as good. Even the other 2 games, like the Utah one, I mean, that one's kind of understandable, but like the Washington one where I was literally front row, I thought that one would do 10 times better, but like it didn't.
just get to 45 wins by doing that. And the fact that they haven't done that enough is what's really surprised me. And to have Jaylen Brown call out the team the way that he did on Friday after that home Brooklyn loss. Kevin, we'll play it here. Here's Jaylen Brown when he's asked about where would he start or, how would he assess what happened there in that hideous home loss on Friday to Brooklyn. Here's what he said.
What's my initial takeaway? Come ready to play or don't come at all. That's my whole thing. We got to come ready to play. We just went through the motions today. Like, I don't understand it. We need to play with an edge. Defensively and offensively, like, we got to be the harder playing team.
I mean, he's
That can't
right.
be negotiable. And tonight we weren't. Brooklyn was a harder playing team. They played with more of an edge, and they deserved to win.
Is he not
tonight.
wrong?
So I didn't think we'd be hearing that from this team.
Well, what I can say about that game, Brooklyn didn't play hard. But how many times you gonna let Michael Porter Jr. Run pick and roll at the top of the top of the key, and nobody defended him, Jaylen Brown included. Porter Jr. had like 18 in the fourth quarter. That should not happen. There was no adjustment by the coaches. The players didn't adjust to it. It wasn't about playing hard. Brooklyn was over there kind of clowning around, but they were just making shots, and you weren't doing anything to slow them down. There was no adjustments. And the same thing happened in the Orlando game. They ended up winning. But I want to say it was Juwan Howard's son. I can't think of his name. He had like a career high, but in the fourth quarter, again, they didn't make any adjustments. They didn't do anything to stop him from scoring. It wasn't playing hard. It was just simple basketball. Missoula plays this basketball. It's like everybody's the same position. There's no defined point guard. They can't pass
They
the
still
ball.
got to put the effort,
There's no
though.
defined centers that are rebounding. You put a guy in the dunker spot the other day. Minot has a career night, just getting dunks and layups, and it's like, yes. But because he did that, and we're going to ask about the threes, guess what's going to happen next game? He's not going to put anybody in the dunker spot because he's going to live by his philosophy, and it's going to get this team hurt as opposed to playing simple, basic basketball. Let Peyton Pritchard be a point guard, not a scorer. Simons is your second best offensive player on this team. He should not be buried on the bench with Sam Hauser. Play basic basketball. You're going to win enough games until your superstar comes back and carries this team.
I think that call out the other night was, I mean, it might have been pointed at Derek White because he's been disappointing with his shooting this year, but it's maybe him, Hauser. They've shot poorly. At least White does other things. But so to your point that you think the biggest problem is the coach.
Yeah.
So Derek White as a whole. And did we collectively overrate him, Cerrone? Because he's my favorite player on the team and has been. But,
No, I
or
don't
is it
think so.
Joe partially responsible for trying to turn him into a sharpshooter that he's not?
He has him running the same offense as if Jason Tatum is out there.
Right.
Jason Tatum is the reason Derek White gets that extra space.
Right.
Jason Tatum's the reason
Right.
Sam Hauser gets that extra space and his percentages are high. Jason Tatum's the reason you can do the 2-versus-1 because he draws so much attention.
Now we're finally
Now
realizing
you have
how
2-on-1s
great of a
all
player
over the
Jason
place.
Tatum is.
You can't run the same stuff as if Jason Tatum is out there. He is a top
And that-
5 player, and I think he's.
And I will say that is a Joe problem. That is 100% a Joe problem. Yep, I will totally agree with you on that. He's running the offense like the team is the same as years in the past, and you still have Tatum. Maybe even you have Porzingis, but like you don't. You don't. That is definitely a Joe issue. I 100% agree with him on that.
NBA right now in MVP votes because you clearly see what he's like when he's not there. But you can't do the same things as if Tatum is still out. Jaylen Brown's good, but they don't play him or respect him the same way they do Jason Tatum. And Jason Tatum, you run high pick and roll with him. He comes off the screen.
That might be
he beat
true.
The first guy, then he's your best passer. So now he's finding Derek White wide open. He's finding these other guys.
Right.
He's finishing, and he's also your best defensive rebounder. So now it
Right.
changes everything you do, but you can't run that offensive play as if you still have Drew Holiday, Porzingis, Jason Tatum, and Al Horford out there,
True.
and they clearly don't.
And I agree. I start with the play style. This is a question.
That's what I start
Is
to.
Jaylen Brown part of the problem?
Oh,
Or-
dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up. Respectfully, shut the fuck up. That's where you start with it. You start with the play style saying, "Is it a Jaylen Brown problem?" Like, dude, what? No, it's a Joe Mazzulla issue. Tell me you don't watch sports without telling me you don't watch sports. Man in the middle right there.
Or is he doing everything that he should be doing that you would expect him to do, and everything else around him is letting him down?
It's the second option.
He's doing too much. Jaylen Brown, for this team to win, he doesn't need to score 28 a game or get 35 against Orlando. For them to be a good basketball team, Jaylen Brown needs to be around 20, but 27-7. He needs to rebound. He's got the wide shoulders, the athletic ability. He needs to be down there on that block. He needs to rebound. He needs to be better at passing the basketball.
I don't know about all that.
Jaylen Brown is closer to a triple-double as opposed to getting 30 a night this team would be much better off.
Oh,
He
that's
needs
true.
to be a playmaker and make the guys around him better, as opposed to just being a better scorer for this team.
Hey, quickly, to your point, so he had 9 games where he scored 30 or more points last season, Jaylen Brown. He already has 8 games like that
Well,
this
9
year. They
now
played
after
17
tonight.
games. That's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, it's good on his resume. It looks good for him, but it doesn't help the team win.
Times where things was looking rough here in Boston. I've been in, I don't know how many times they put me in trade talks for whatever reason. It was always something. You know what I mean? It was other players that, Brad or whoever thought the organization was better fit or they were paying more money, whatever. So I was like, I think it may be time to go. You know what I mean? I think I can go somewhere else. I think I'm talented. I think I can score the ball at a very, very high level. And I'm not allowed to grow the same like other players because I'm on a different type of whatever. T-Mac was like, stay, bro. And I was like, huh? I'm thinking like T-Mac and Vince, they was like, T-Mac chose to leave in order to go beat T-Mac, who he eventually was. So I'm thinking that's what he was going to say. And he was like, nah, bro, trust me. Whatever you can do, if you can stay, you got an opportunity to win. And I was like, damn, I forever took that with me. Even behind closed doors, things have always, from things that have been up and down, I've always held on to that message. I want to win first.
Right.
Because that was the advice that I got.
Right.
I took control, went solo.
What the fuck's wrong with that statement? I can't not wait to hear Felger say, "Hey, you think he wants to go still?"
Jaylen Brown on a recent stream. So I don't know exactly his stream, someone's stream. I don't know.
It's his stream, buddy. Like that's how much you pay attention to all this shit. That's how much you pay attention, Mike Felger. That's how much you watch Boston sports. That's how much you follow the Celtics. You don't. You don't. I don't know how he has a job in Boston sports. I really don't. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Online, answer your question about one of his idols, Tracy McGrady, and the advice he got to stay in Boston. But the story there is that there was a point there where he was looking to leave. And
did you hear why? At first, he didn't. It was because he was getting trade rumors. Then he heard all these things saying that he might get traded, so on and so forth, and he was like, "Well, if they think they're better off with me, maybe it's time to leave." It's because of the trade rumors.
Questioning whether he should be leaving. It was other players that Brad or whoever thought the organization was better fit, or they were paying more money to, whatever. So I was like, I think it may be time to go. Your thoughts on that, Sarong?
Well, listen, Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter both played for multiple teams, great players. Real quick, what's your top 5 Tracy McGrady playoff moment?
Exactly.
What about Vince Carter? You got one of those?
No.
A dunk or two,
Yeah,
right? That
that's
I
it.
don't remember.
Because they left and tried to go where they thought the grass was greener, and all they got was L's. And they told them, dude, you're going to go, you're going to make more money, you're going to be known as this, whatever, but you're going to keep losing. You're in a situation where you've been in several conference finals and all these other things, and whatever, you want to go be the man somewhere else, but it's never going to be easy. And I'm glad they got to him. And I think they say it, but he's not as good as he thinks he is. He's not Tracy McGrady. Jason Tatum is probably close to Tracy McGrady. He's not Tracy McGrady.
What? No, Tatum's better than T-Mac. What are you fucking talking about?
McGrady or Vince Carter. And, yeah, he could have gone somewhere and made more money. And I would say made more money. He's the highest paid player in the league for a little bit. He could have been the man somewhere, but he'd be frustrated. He's the man now. He's already calling his teammates out. He's been a man for 3 weeks. I mean, it's gonna come trouble with that, and I think they gave him the right advice. And I understand being the number 2, you want to go be the man and get all the praise, but you'll get more praise winning championships and being competitive to being the man in Portland or Utah.
Right.
Or
True.
San Antonio at this point in time.
Yeah.
Wemby's the man in San Antonio. They haven't won more than 28, 30 games since he's been there. Stay, win, and I think he understood that, and hopefully he gets that now.
Yeah, and I also don't blame him for feeling frustrated because it felt like there was that stretch before them winning that title where anytime the Celtics lost in the playoffs, he had a bad playoff series, or they didn't make the finals, or they lose in the finals. The first name to come up in any kind of trade permutation was Jaylen Brown's, whether it was for Kevin Durant or whoever it had to be.
Yeah.
That always happened. I'm sure he got pissed or had one foot out the door there for a minute.
Yeah.
For Durant.
Like, can you blame him for thinking that?
Even now?
Yes. Yes.
Wait, what?
Bill traded for Durant.
That always happened. I'm sure he got pissed or had one foot out the door there for a minute.
I'd still trade him for Durant today, but that.
I'm glad you don't run my organization, dude. I'm glad you don't run it. Because that's a very, very, very hot take.
You would?
Even now?
Yes. Yes. KD at this point in his career is still a 50, 40, 90 shooter that can get 30 a night. He can get 50 on anybody right now, today. Yes. That's you talk about you don't want to see Mahomes. I don't want to see Houston in the finals at all. That team is Kevin Durant is one
That's
of the
a hot
top 5
take.
individual scorers this game has ever seen in his
Yeah, he's 37, bud, though. That's a hot take. That's a very hot take.
Bucket. If Jaylen Brown turns into that at any point in his career, my God, he is not that. He's never going to reach that, even at this age of Kevin Durant. Give me KD for the next 2 years over what this current Jaylen Brown is. Absolutely.
The story to me is that it's just, Jaylen Brown, it feels like a handful of times a year, half a dozen times a year, tells you in no uncertain, basically shouts it in your face. I have to make sacrifices here. I'm not always happy here. I question my role here. I have to do things that other star players aren't asked to do. There's ups and downs behind closed doors. Again, I mean, he just, and it's just amazing when you talk about, and maybe not right at this current moment, because I think Celtics fans have just, tuned out a little bit. But you can't tell a Celtics fan that, Brown and Tatum, you got to wonder about how long that's going to, you're making it up. Oh, you don't know. You don't.
He doesn't know. You don't know. Like, have you seen everything that he's been doing around the city of Boston? You don't think he doesn't like it here? You really think he still doesn't like it here? Seriously. He's explaining his path. That's what he's been doing.
Oh, no, Felger. Oh, that's just your shtick, isn't it? How many times, how many interviews does Jaylen Brown have to tell you in his own words? How, the sacrifices he makes, and is this the right place and his place in the city? Never mind his thoughts about Boston and the politics. And he's screaming it in your face, folks. Good God, you children, the baby Celtics fans.
We see this.
I just can't help. How many different ways does he have to tell you and say it to you in point blank to your face? Good God, grow up.
It's a similar situation. I know they weren't that good, and Tatum's not that level. But this was Scottie Pippen before Jordan left. It was complaining a contract, and I'm better than this. No one views me as this guy. That's like, dude, you're all NBA. What are you talking about? You're an all-star. You got your own shoes and commercials. No one sees. I can't wait to get my own opportunity. Jordan leaves. Scottie Pippen gets his chance. He's mad at the coach for not putting him in, not giving him the ball. He sits out in a playoff situation. And next thing you know, he's on TV pointing at Jordan to come back, and he's pointing at his shoes. Jaylen Brown is getting what he wanted right now. You're the man. You are the man of the 25-26 Celtics. This is your team right now. He's showing frustration, whatever. If this continues, by the time we get to February, he's going to be looking at TV like Scottie Pippen, pointing at Jason Tatum and telling him we need you to come back because he realizes life is easier when you're playing alongside an elite all-NBA player.
And I'm not necessarily blaming him. I mean, I think he's living up.
Human nature.
I think he's living up to his end of the bargain. Mm-hmm. And I think there's a lot of things here that aren't a fit. how he views himself, and he might overrate himself a little bit, but how he views himself and the sacrifices he makes, never mind his fit in the city politically or culturally or however, he's talked about these things in his own words. And he is just not long for this team. No superstar is long for any team in the NBA. Okay? So, they're all flight risks in that league. So that it's not unusual to say that he's not long for the team, but he's really not long for the team. And you do wonder about how long he can, how any superstar on any team can last, but especially one that keeps kvetching about his role and his sacrifices. And it's like, how many times does he have to say it to you before you get it through your skull?
I love how he's like the only one talking there, and like everybody like. Yeah, this comment, totally agree with that. Felger's getting freaking fried. Seriously. Center and forward is holding this team back big time. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. Right, no shit. Yeah. I don't know about this comment here. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely safe to say that Felger has legit zero, and I mean zero fucking ball knowledge whatsoever. None. Zip. I wish I didn't watch that video. That was a waste of whatever time that was. Dude should just stick to football, honestly. That might be his best sport. And even then, I don't know. He's not really good at making takes, period. Alright, let me pull up the camera real quick so that way. pull up the camera real quick so that way I can. You guys can see me while I react to this recap. And then we are up and out of here. Oh, yeah, I do got to go over Bruins. I didn't really watch much of the Bruins game tonight, but, like, I did hear that they won 3-1, and what are they? They finished, what? They finished 500 on this road trip? Finished 500 on this road trip. They're now 14-11-0. Swayman had 44 saves in this one, so that's very good to see. Bruins have 28 points, 6 in the conference, but they're second in the division. And again, asterisk on that because if you go to the division, they played one more game than Detroit. So if Detroit were to win this game here, they would have more points than the Bruins. So there's that. And then obviously we have Ottawa down there with 22 games played, and they're at 26 points. And then we have Montreal, who have played 21 games, and they have 25 points. So Florida creeping their way back up. They played 23 games, but they have a total of 25 points. So, like, there's still some bit of an asterisk of where the Bruins are in the standings, because they have played the most games in the division. So there's still definitely an asterisk there with where the Bruins stand right now in the rankings. But that does not mean I will discredit what they did tonight. I won't do that. A win against the Islanders, good team. Good team there. They had 28 points going into it, so they were definitely the better team. 13 wins going into it. You had 13 wins, but like they had more points than you do. So should I say? I mean, I felt like maybe evenly matched, if anything, in terms of standing wise, but. Final score in that game was what, 3-1, I believe the final score was. And again, Swayman stood on his head. He made some really good saves in this one. Had 44 of them. So it's a good win. Now the Bruins come home. They play the New York Rangers. They play the Rangers. Am I seeing this correctly? 14 shots? 1-4? How the f did you win this game? How did you win? $45 shots to their 14? And you still won? How? How did you win? How did you win this game? I'll tell you something right now. That's not a good recipe for success. Like, definitely do not go based off of this model if you want to win games going forward. Barzell scored a goal tonight. 441 in the first from Tony D'Angelo and Matthew Schaefer. Made the Islanders on top 1-0 after that goal. And Alex Steves had 2 goals tonight. First one was from Sean Corrali and Mike Eisenmont. Tied the score up 1-1, 6:23 in the period. Then in the second period, Tanner Jeannot from Fraser Minton. 43 seconds into the period, made it 2-1 Bruins. And Alex Steves has a shorthanded goal from Fraser Minton. Bruins had 8 penalty minutes, 24 hits, their 17. So you were the more physical team tonight. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to watch these highlights over again because I was flipping back and forth. And, like, again, when I flip back and forth, I don't really pay attention. I shouldn't say I don't pay attention, but, like, it's harder for me to focus in on what's actually, like, really going on. So maybe Sunday stream or Saturday stream, I'll give you a little bit more of a breakdown. But, still a good win for them. 44 saves for Swayman. That's impressive. 44 saves. Now 14-11. Which, damn. 3 games over 500. See what you do against the Rangers on Friday. I wish I was going to that game, dude. I really wish I was going. That'd have been really cool. That'd have been a really cool game to go to. Are the Celtics home on Friday too? Oh no, they're going to Minnesota. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I wish I was going to the game on Friday, but I got some things I got to do that day, so I won't be able to go to that game. I don't even know who they might throw in that. They might throw Corpy in that for this game after. After that game there, they might throw Corpy. I honestly wouldn't be shocked. I want to see how, just for kicks, I just want to see how much tickets are going for Friday's game. That would be kind of interesting. Just take a look. Let the man develop first. Let him do his thing down in the minors. Don't need to put so much pressure on him right away, and he'll be up eventually. All right, it's this game here. Oh, they're playing back-to-back. Yeah. Who's the better team of the two? It's gotta be New Jersey the better team of the two, right? Yeah. So they'll play Corpy Friday. They'll play Corpusello Friday. If I had to make a guess, there's no way they're not throwing Swayman on that second game against the Devils. The Devils are the better team. Yeah, Corpusello's going to definitely play on Friday. No questions about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Yeah, it's definitely a Corpusello day, Friday at the Garden. I have zero doubts about that one. I'm just doing this like this, so you see like what the prices look like. Okay. What's one looking like? But, yeah, I don't know. For Corpy to spend that much money, I know I give Swayman a lot of shit, but, like, I'll pass on that for now. I think they are coming back later on down the road, though the Rangers are. So that might be the game to hit that game. So we'll hit the Rangers later on in the season, because I know that they are coming back. They are coming back at some point. Corpy hasn't been that great. He hasn't been like he was last year, at least. A lot of people have been asking where the Bruins games are coming. I am going to get my list out pretty soon. I'm going to do my list very soon on what games I'm looking to go to. There are games. There are 100% games that I am looking to go into. I do got to start switching up because while yes, I do love my Celtics and I do, and like a lot of people subscribe for me because of the Celtics, I do need to switch it up here and there. And what I honestly really need to do is I really need to start. Should I say focus on one team a little bit more than the Celtics, but like I definitely do need to like switch things up more than I am right now, if that makes sense. It's hard to switch it up with the Patriots because like they only play once a week, but Bruins definitely need to get some recognition on there. There is a Celtics game that is coming up very soon that I am going to be going to. This might be the last Celtics game I go to for a little bit. Should say, well, yeah, probably for a little bit. The last game that I am going to for a little bit for the Celtics will be the Los Angeles Lakers game on December 5th. I will be in attendance for that game. It could potentially be LeBron's last time coming to Boston. And I never hated LeBron. Like, I've always respected his greatness and, like, had the privilege of watching his craft on a basketball court. And, like, some of the things that I've seen him do on a basketball court has been absolutely one of a kind. And I've just always respected him for his game, even though, like, he is known as a flopper from here and there or whatever. And maybe he does cry a little too much once in a while, but, like, the mastermind of his and, like, and then seeing some of the things he's done off the court, too, has been really impressive. So, like, I've really respected him. And, I don't want to miss his last game here. I just don't want to miss it. So, when I saw that he was hinting that his career was winding down and is going to be ending sometime soon, I'm making sure that I'm going to be, when he's playing, I'm making sure I'm there. So, we'll be at Lakers and Celtics, and then most likely it will be a Bruins game after that. It will be a Bruins game. And I am planning on doing a Patriots playoff game. So Patriots playoff game is in the card. And and like that is something that's going to happen. I actually talked to Steven today, because he was one of the friends from my group that was like, hey, we should do Giants and Patriots. And then when I went to the Jets game, I told him, well, got to be honest with you, Steven, Jackson Dart going down really played a huge factor. And Scatterboo obviously also. And he was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. He was like, we should push for a playoff game. And I was like, good, because like I'm on the same page with that one as well. So Patriot playoff game is definitely coming in January. That's definitely a must. There are Bruins games that I do want to hit. Again, I'm going to make a list. I'm going to make a list of Bruins games. Now that I'm thinking about it, January is going to be a pretty big month. We have, I know I just said to cut down on some Celtics games, but like Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis comes back to Boston in January as well. So January is going to be a big month. January is a big month. February, probably not as much. I don't think February is going to be as big of a month. Yeah, I might. I don't even think I'm going to have a Celtics game on there. I don't even think I'm going to have a Celtics game on there. I will keep it 100. I do gotta make a Bruins list now that I'm like really looking at this. I really do need to make a Bruins list. Actually, let me look at Bruins games in December. Excuse me. Okay. Ooh, wait a minute. I just saw a game. Okay, maybe, yeah, hold on. What's the price on this? This is going to determine how good my second job goes. Maybe. I see a couple options here. See a couple options for Bruins in December. Oh, they come back in January, the Rangers. Never mind. I would say Rangers, but like I already have a game plan for January. Actually, now looking at it, it's probably 2 games in January. Oh, wow, yeah, January's going to be a fucking big month in terms of games, too. I got this game, the 2 for the Celtics, maybe that game, too. Yeah, honestly, there might be only 1 game in February. That's like counting Celtics and Bruins. Holy shit. That's crazy. Well, February's going to be a big saving month for me. I know that for sure. I know that for damn sure. figure it out. I'll figure it all out. Yeah, definitely seeing some games that I do want to hit. But anyways, what I'm going to do, I'm going to head on out of here. I'm exhausted. I had a long day at work today. And obviously, like, I haven't even turned on the camera since it died. So I'm going to call it a stream there. I'm going to end it off. And we'll be back on live. We're back on live, I'd say Sunday at this current moment. Sunday for recap of both Minnesota and Cleveland games for the Celtics. And we'll be recapping the Bruins 2 games that they're going to have back-to-back between the Rangers and the Devils as well. So, no, Red Wings, excuse me. Devils? Red Wings? I thought it was Devils. Oh, it's Red Wings. Never mind. My fault. My fault on that. I thought it was Devils. I read Devils, but I was wrong, I guess. So my fault. Yeah, it's all good. No worries. It is what it is. Probably got something to do, so here's what it is. It's all good. Yeah, what's the Red Wings schedule? What's the Red Wings standings looking like? I mean, I still think Swayman plays that game regardless. I still think he's playing against the Red Wings and not the Rangers. I still think it's Corpy on Friday. I still stand by that. I mean, Rangers are not a better team than the Red Wings, so that definitely think I still stand on that. So I'm going to call it the stream there. So that's going to do it for this one here. Leave a like, subscribe. You know what to do. And hit the notification bell if you want to be the first one to be notified for videos and for streams. But until next time, it's been your boy Jesse, and we'll see ya in the next one. Good night, guys. Peace out. And as always, let's go C's and let's go B's. Good night, guys.